Hey everyone, Henry here. Welcome to another video. And today we're going to be talking about color correction with S-Log. This is just a brief walkthrough of my process on how I color correct my stock footage. The platform that I use to upload my stock footage is Blackbox. Blackbox is really great because there is no upfront fees. There's no cost upfront to start uploading footage. What happens is you upload footage and an agency or someone individual like a content creator like yourselves go through and find a video clip that they like, and when they click to buy it, you get paid minus a small percentage cut that goes to Blackbox. And you can also collaborate with other people that are on the Blackbox platform. And with collaborate, meaning you can shoot the footage and then you can send it to somebody and they will do all the keywords and the description for you and get it all set up, and they take another small cut from the sale. So whenever somebody buys that clip, you get paid and your collaborator gets paid and Blackbox gets paid. Everybody wins. So the other day I went out on a shoot with Sean Davis Media in downtown Indianapolis just to do some stock video and photos and stuff. Again, I don't really do a whole lot of photos, but if you haven't already, go and check out Sean Davis Media on YouTube, subscribe to his channel, and follow him on Instagram. And before we even go any further, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. So on the shoot, I was using my Sony A7rii Mark II. I was using my A7R Mark II. And I shot in 4K and using S-Log. And shooting in 4K and uploading in 4K on the Blackbox platform, really, it's not a bad idea to do that. Just because when you upload in 4K, you have the 4K version, and Blackbox automatically makes a 1080 version for you and has that available for an option whenever people are buying your clips. So they have an option of paying for the 4K resolution or the 1080 resolution. Again, those both would be, two completely different prices just because, with their resolution size. Alright, and before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, or press it, or tap it, tickle it, push it, feel it, whatever you kids are doing these days. I don't care. Just subscribe and like my channel, and then let's get started. Alright, so here we are in Adobe Premiere, and we have our histogram and our vector scope. I can do another video more in detail about the vector scope and what some of this stuff means, but for now we're going to stay focused on color correcting some of this footage and show you my process on how I do it. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to go over to our contrast and automatically just put 100, and then we're going to go down to the curves. I always bump the contrast up to 100 and then go to the curves, and then I'll come back later and do all the other touch-ups, the saturation, the highlights, shadows, whites, blacks, and sometimes I'll even do a little bit of color grading, but light color grading. So I'm going to adjust the darks or the shadows. Okay, right about there, and we're going to adjust the highlights a little bit, and normally people would do like a good S curve. Not always you do an S curve. Sometimes you may have to go down a little bit, which again is totally fine, and you can always look over here as to reference, and usually you let these just barely touch the tops and the bottoms. Again, can go into more detail about that in another video. So right here looks alright for right now, because we don't have the sky too blown out. It's a very overcast day when we were out shooting. So we'll go ahead and we'll do white balance. Alright, and so now let's go ahead and like adjust the exposure a little bit, the blacks, maybe some shadows, see where it takes us. So I think that looks alright, and get our blacks and knock this way down. Alright, so about negative 92 just to get the blacks to where we want, where it's just barely touching the bottom. We could probably do the same thing for the whites, but that kind of makes things look overexposed. So what we'll do instead is we'll go ahead and just bring down our whites, kind of have this like gloomy day feel. And so far it's looking all right. It's just looking a little gloomy, which is all right. Let's go ahead and adjust the saturation. Let's bump this up to like 170. Let's see what 175. Yeah, I'd say that would look all right. So basically what people say in black box when you are color correcting and grading, you want the colors to pop. And then this is what we just did, is we made the blues and the red on the flag, you know, kind of stand out. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next clip. So again, we're gonna go to the contrast, put that all the way up to 100, go down to our curves, add a point for the darks and a point for the whites. All right, so we're going to adjust our darks and then bring up our lights. Maybe not too much, just barely, because again, I don't want to try to take that whole sky out. We want to try to leave it. So let's start with dropping the highlights down, and then let's go ahead and drop the whites just a tad, and then drop our blacks. Alright, and let's bump up our saturation just to add some color to it. Yeah, I'd say that looks pretty good. I mean, we can see the yellow in the background, the green on the streets for the bikers, and after that I think that looks pretty good. Alright guys, and that's it for me. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys at the next video.